Hello and welcome to this cryptic crossword set by Tramp, number 28965. Today is Sunday, January the 15th, and this crossword was originally published 3 days ago on Thursday the 12th of January. So here we go. Credit card company with stock to purchase, including wine. Not sure on that one. I suppose wine can be red. Oh, no, I'm still not sure. I'll come back to that. One down. Interrogates. Politician involved in matter. It's a short word. Politician is MP typically in this case, and matter. I suspect the definition is interrogates. Matter is sometimes pus, which is an old sort of medical term, but if you pump someone or something, you interrogate them, typically for information. Eleven across. Bring up latest information with Centre for News. Centre for News is EW. Definitions probably bring up, which could be in terms of a subject, or it could be something a little more direct, such as if you're being sick. Yeah, it ends with the Centre for News, and actually latest information. I mean, typically you might think of Gen or that sort of thing, but actually I believe that SP stands for starting price, which you typically get in terms of latest info for horse racing, for example. But if you spew something, you are definitely bringing it up in the sense of being sick. Two down. Skill to take in, short game that's extremely cunning. Not sure on that. Definition could be extremely cunning, or it could just be the letters C and G in here for the extreme letters of that word, but it's not clear. Let's go back to one across. Credit card company with stock to purchase, including wine. Informally, credit as a definition can be plastic, because that's the material that credit cards are made from. And ASTI is wine, and PLC is a public limited company, which is what that's referring to. Three down. Smart pass is needed to enter banks from today. Okay, banks from today are the letters T and Y, another variation for extreme, which puts the T and the Y there. And then pass is ID. If you don't show your ID, you're not getting in, I suppose. 9 across. Tailless parrot and one cuckoo returning with a nut. That must be macadamia, just by the letters that we've already got. Why would macadamia fit? Let's put it in. We can work backwards from there, I suppose. Tailless parrot, a macaw without the W gives us MACA. And then, yes, I mad or one mad is one cuckoo. If someone's cuckoo, they are informally insane or mad. Returning, as in backwards, and then with A, by instruction, the letter A therefore completes that. And the definition is not. 4 down. Remarkable comic performing feature during TV show. Remarkable comic performing, what is that? 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 letters. Anagram of remarkable comic then, I suspect. Feature during TV show. Commercial break would fit, and that is a feature during a TV show on some channels, not all of them. Okay, let's try 12. Going through here, travelling. Breakdown having missed parking sign. Not sure on the definition here. Could be going through. Here, travelling. Letters of here. And then breakdown. Having missed parking sign. Well, a parking sign is a letter P. So I'm wondering if we're looking for a word that means break down and take the P out, and what's left is an anagram of that word plus here. I'm still not sure. I'll come back to that. Let's try 14 across. Still crackling on vinyl record. Oh, it's a double definition. If you're still, you're static, as in you're not mobile. Oh, so you're immobile. And crackling on vinyl, I mean, it's well known, given Paul Stoller says that you get that awful sound. 2 down. Skill to take in. Short game that's extremely cunning. Okay, the definition here is extremely cunning. It's not C and G, although you might be tempted to think that given that letter C in some way, but it's extremely cunning, and one word for that is archist. One's arch is one's foe, and they are cunning. And art, A-R-T, is skill, and chess is there without the S for short game because you've removed that last S. 13 down. Balances more than £1. Needs nerve at the start. No, not sure on that. 16 across, ending in A. Place for holiday transfer. Ultimately livid here, say, having lost all cases. Okay. Definitions possibly place for holiday. Transfer ultimately is letter R. Then livid hearsay, having lost all cases. Well, immediately my mind thinks of cases being the outer letters. I suppose livid hearsay without the beginning and last letters plus an R would give us R there, and then RIVI. Oh, it's Riviera, isn't it, for holiday, and then ER. Yeah, okay. And Riviera is indeed a place for holiday. 16 down. Turned down, rubbish, date. Okay, letter D for date is a common abbreviation. The definition is probably turned down. Refuse is rubbish, and D would make it refused, as in politely declined or turned down. 26 across, order and ask about hot curry must be Danzak. Anagram of and ask around the letter H. There are a few ways of spelling it, but I do know that you can include an H in there. 17 down, plain must be vanilla. Holiday home providing accommodation for one, yes. So vanilla is plain, villa is a holiday, home around AN for one. 24 across, very large, pear regularly exposed in the sun. This has a slight double entendre aspect to it because the sun, well, I won't dignify it by saying it's a newspaper, but the Sun is infamous for its page 3 publication, which I think has since ceased. But in this case, we're not supposed to be thinking of anything risque in terms of what that meant. I do believe that the Sun is solar, and so is often a meaning for very, which I don't particularly like. The letter L for large, and then regularly, the letters regularly from pair is AR in this case for the alternate letters, you can see that. Okay, 13 down, balances more than £1, needs nerve at the start. Oh, nerves of steel would fit, and I believe steel yards are balances, and yards is more than £1. Okay, 20 across, waste time with lover, buoyant when excited. Definition here is waste time. I'll explain the ellipsis in just a second. They can sometimes have a bearing on this. I suspect the definition is waste time. I think the letters of buoyant are possibly in there. Yeah, there is an expression actually in English where if you fanny about, you waste time, and actually that does support the letters of buoyant, because a lover, not necessarily in the romantic sense, but if you are a lover of something, you are otherwise a fan, and so fan plus buoyant anagramize gives us this phrase. And the ellipsis here indicates oftentimes a continuation with regards to this clue, and sometimes because there is a intrinsic link between these clues in terms of one leading to the other, you can sometimes solve these in reverse, and in doing so that can often aid you with the previous clue if it's particularly tricky. And loving male, naked in retreat. I think that's loving male must be warm because M for male, and if something's raw, it's naked. In retreat, going backwards, of course. 22 now. Money put away, daughter to get married. Put away, I'm seeing this more and more, is typically 8, and D for daughter is a common abbreviation, and married is, well, mated in a very specific sense. 27 across. English team up before Germany came out. Definition here is possibly came out. E for English. Team up is, it's merged. So emerged means to come out. And if you team up, you merge. And D for Deutschland is a common abbreviation for Germany in crossword clues. 19 down. End of teaching assessment is harsh. That's grating. End of teaching is letter G, and a rating is an assessment. If something's grating, it can be harsh. 23. Do up home after power cut. So the letter P removed from the word for, I presume, home. The definition here is do up. Yes, as a verb, if you lace, if you're lacing something, you're doing it up, tying it up, I suppose. Place is home, without the P. 25. Wine is used in this saute with rich cooking. Cooking could be an anagram indicator of saute plus rich. Definition given therefore is wine, or wine is used in this. I suspect that's the whole definition, which means it's a definition by example. Yes, in Christianity, wine is typically involved in a Eucharist, of which saute and rich is an anagram. 18 across. Upset cricketer with small, silly thing. I've no idea. The definition's probably upset cricketer. I'll come back to that. What's 5 down? Ace PM Liz Truss fighting with EU member might be lifted by this. Ooh, we've got some anagram here, haven't we? Ace PM Liz Truss EU. Was that 15? 3, 5, 10? Yeah, that would make sense. Definition is member might be lifted by this. I wonder if it's a biological thing. I can see something muscle, in which case member could be anything, couldn't it? Legs or arms or... Yes, your arm is connected in some way. My biology is weak here, but I'm pretty certain that there is such a thing as a trapezius muscle, which I think is somewhere in your sort of back, near your shoulder blades, maybe somewhere around there. But I'm pretty certain that trapezius muscle is an anagram of Ace PM Liz Truss EU. see if I can spell it correctly. Something like that. Okay, what does that do for 18? Okay. S for small. And so I think the definition is upset cricketer, because I'm pretty certain that there's a term called sledge, which is where you do something with the batsman. Again, my sporting knowledge, particularly cricket, is weak. But a ledge, a ledge is a silly thing. If you think of like the word, for instance, a stick could be described as sticky, or a piece of wood described as woody. Well, a sill is a ledge, and a silly thing could be a ledge, because again, it's my example. If you're not, I think this really only works with the specific language in question if you're familiar enough with it, but I'm pretty certain sledge is right. 15 across, time on strike, proceeds with week out. Oh, that's winnings without the W for the week out, and innings are time on strike, because by that point you're out. 12 across, going through here. Oh, this is that missed parking sign, come back to that. 5 across the T, Hopper's earliest form, peace in American bar. Okay, Hopper's earliest, I mean, we might need to be thinking about art. Edward Hopper was an artist. However, Hopper can sometimes indicate frogs or toads, but I'm pretty certain Hopper's earliest form would be a tadpole. Pole is bar, but tad in America must mean piece, as in a little bit, a tad of this, a tad of that. 8 down. Jack's drunk Guinness went out of uniform. Drunk Guinness went out of uniform. I wonder if that's letters of Guinness without the U for uniform. Gives us ensigns, which is Jack's. 7 down. Views hole. Golf clubs not right to tackle flag. Okay. Hole is the letter O because it looks like a hole. I think views is opinion, looking at that. Why is that? Pin is the flag that marks whether, yes, okay, where the thing is. And then we've got iron for golf club, with the R for not right, as in that letter R for iron has been removed. 6 down, clone, broken, phone. Oh yes, brilliant. The definition here is clone, but not as a verb. It's like one's doppelganger. You could say that someone is a dead ringer for someone else. And said differently in different contexts, dead ringer could also be used to describe a broken phone. 10 across. Boxer considered doing that nickname. Boxer considering that nickname. Must be Ali and as for alias. And that's nickname. Leaves us with 12. Going through here, travelling, breakdown, having missed parking sign. Must be rehearsing. Rehearsing is going through, as in going over. Oh, parsing is breakdown. If you parse something, you're breaking it down, you're understanding it. And remove the P from that and use the rest of those letters plus here. Like I said before, that does give you rehearsing. Excellent. And that's us done. That was a really good crossword, and hats off to Tramp, because over the last 7 years or so that I've been really looking at cryptic crosswords, Tramp has been someone who has been getting harder and harder for all the right reasons, and this was a really, really good crossword from him. So thanks, Tramp, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.